The Southeast Raleigh High School Bulldog Botanical Garden is a space that nurtures learning, encourages wellness, invokes curiosity and creativity, promotes agricultural education, and builds community connection.
It empowers students to grow fresh food, learn about food sustainability, care for the environment, and build life skills that extend beyond the classroom.
So we at the Poe Center came in to show Southeast Raleigh how to grow peppers with the angle of helping them to create a hot sauce.
Thanks to the Impact Partner Grant given to us by the City of Raleigh, we were able to build a garden.
With raised beds, vegetables, herbs, and compost systems, our garden is more than a learning space.
Learning to plant from seed allows a gardener to be able to connect with the soil, to reach back into their cultural roots, and to be able to reach back into time.
It's important to choose a pepper that you know you will eat. There's a lot of varieties of peppers from mild to spicy, and if you're gonna put the time and energy into growing them, you wanna enjoy them. So in North Carolina and all across the world, there's a lot of varieties of peppers. Here at Southeast, we're growing a variety from mild to spicy, like bell peppers, ghost peppers, chili peppers, and serrano peppers.
You do not need a lot of space to grow peppers. They can be planted in pots or containers, preferably ones that are 1 foot wide and 1 foot deep.
Before planting, you wanna make sure that the soil has nutrients and compost enriched in it. I remember back in the spring, students were shoveling soil with compost and organic matter to make these beds grow.
Peppers thrive in direct heat. We're talking 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight a day.
They do require frequent watering, especially on hot days, and you want to make sure that you're watering about once or twice a week deeply throughout the summer.
However, too much watering can lead to root rot.
You can harvest peppers continuously throughout the summer. You clip the peppers right at the top there. Now that we've harvested some of these peppers, let's take them to the kitchen.
And I heard Chef Johnson is working on this wonderful Salsa Verde recipe. Let's go try it out. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Today we're here at Southeast Raleigh Magnet High School's beautiful teaching kitchen. Today we're here instead of the Poe Center because we have a special guest, Chef Jason Johnson. We're delighted to have you here.
Yes, it is a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Will. I'm glad to be here in partnership with Poe Center as we showcase some of the things from our own school garden and developing a recipe that I think will be delightful as a nice summer seasonal complement to any dish that you want to do. We have a strawberry salsa verde, which we're going to highlight some peppers, which we're growing in our garden along with some of these other ingredients. So what we're going to start with this recipe is, you may see here, we have our green tomatillos. Now, even though tomatillos can come in other colors, actually purple, green, and some other things, the most common that you'll see is green tomatillos. And it's called salsa verde, the dish we're making, because verde is green. Most people see these and they're like, oh, they're just green tomatoes. And contrary to popular belief, they are not. Tomatillos are in the nightshade family, and they kind of give you their tangy tartness compared to a tomato. But these have a tartness to it. Almost think of a tomato and a lemon kind of crossbreeded, and gives you that kind of juiciness from a tomato, but tartness from a lemon. That's what tomatillos are. So that's going to be a really great as we pair this with some lime and the strawberries and the jalapenos. So it's going to give you a good balance of flavor. And that's what we're all about, is creating flavor with good, fresh, homegrown, or I should say garden-grown ingredients. We're going to start with these tomatillos, really, really simple. Now, most of the time you'll see tomatillos in the store or out of the garden. They grow in these husks. It's almost a protective husk. And underneath that husk, there's like a sticky outer film. All you want to do is pull that husk back. You can toss that and just rinse them off really, really well to get rid of that kind of sticky outer coating. And from there, we're going to put these in an oven that we've preheated to about 425, maybe about 20 minutes or so. You want to get them nice and soft and tender in order to, before we put them in the food processor. We'll toss some olive oil and drizzle that over that, and a little bit of kosher or sea salt so that we can pull out all the moisture. We want to pull out the moisture because that causes the roasting effect and cause some good caramelization and pull out a lot of the flavor. So while our tomatillos are in the oven roasting, what you can do is, and this is an opportunity to go ahead and kind of do more than one thing at once so that you have an efficiency of preparing this recipe. So while that's happening, you can go ahead and chop up the rest of your vegetables. So we've removed our tomatillos from the oven. We know that they're done because, one, they've changed color from that bright green color. They're nice and soft, nice and tender. You can squeeze them. They have a little bit of brown and a little bit of color on, a little bit of caramelization on them. We also have a little bit of garlic that we've roasted to help bump up the flavor to this also. So at this point now, it's time for us to easily put this all together. We're going to take our other ingredients, our onions, and our pepper, and we're going to add that to our blender, and we're going to pulse this. I don't want to put it on blend because we don't want it to become a soup. We want some texture to it. So we'll add those tomatillos in there. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to do a little pulse, and then I'm going to come back and add a little bit of salt. We'll taste it, see where we want it, and then we will add the strawberries and the lime juice to pull this all together. All right, so we got some nice texture on there. We'll take some of our lime. Squeeze that in there. That'll help brighten this all up. And Will, if you want those nice strawberries that you have wonderfully chopped up, if you want to add that and some of the cilantro.
All right, can't wait to try this, Chef.
All right, let's see what we came up here. Nice, refreshing. Should be a balance of sweet, maybe a little heat in there. See how hot our jalapenos are. Whoa. It's a flavor explosion. It's sweet. The cilantro comes in with that freshness and that herbaceousness to it. The lime really brings out all these flavors and the sweetness from the strawberries. There's not a whole lot of heat in there, so that's a good thing because, you never know. So if you're making this for a large crowd, kind of want to see, you may start off mild or make two batches. One that's a little spicier, so keep those seeds and ribs in there, and maybe one that's not. I love the flavor in there. I don't know about you, and these chips go really well with it.
We just came back in from the garden. The salsa was delicious. We've had a lot of fun together. And don't forget to stay Poe Fit.